Good evening from the School of Enlightenment. We are here this evening with our Italian friend, Matteo Cerri.
Hi, Fabio.
Hi, Matteo. Hi. So thank you for dedicating your time. And let's go directly to the first question. If you can tell about yourself and your background.
Well, quite briefly, and I do apologize for my voice, but I got a terrible cold. Matteo, happily married since 2004. I'm living in London, although I've been moving quite a lot around the world, mostly in Europe and the US. My job is quite difficult to explain. I'm kind of an investor. Uh, my mother is asking me what I do for a living. I invest in startups, I invest into different kind of startups, and I'm currently involved into main projects, both based in Italy. One is into the regeneration of local communities and villages, and the second one it's a media company called Millionaire. That's it.
Okay. Wow, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. So I see that you have many projects, and many are involved in Italy, right?
Yes.
So could you just give us a brief introduction
Yeah,
about it?
well, as I said, although I've been living most of my professional life since 96 here in the UK, in the last 10 years, we've been escorting investors to Italy in a number of projects, different projects, from real estate to media companies to insurance and so on and so forth. But our main involvement started in investing in some startups by Italians here in the UK, in Europe, and also clearly in Italy. And that evolved into a deeper involvement also with some regeneration projects. For regeneration, I mean trying to work around the problem that Italy has got of older population, a lot of young people moving away from their villages or from their cities, coming abroad, coming to live like I did in a different country. And what we're doing is basically to try to reestablish the conditions for Italy to strive. I mean, it's a wonderful country, a lot of resources, ingenious and so on, but unfortunately, has got its own issues, and the population is one of these. And it's not just a matter of people moving, but it's also a matter of our heritage, our buildings, our history, losing bits every day. So we've been investing into it, and in practical terms, it means that what we've been doing the last 2 years in particular, we've been investing into the physical regeneration of a few locations, a few villages, small villages, trying to make them not just nicer, but also to take back some essential services, logistics, connectivity, health services, and so on, in order to make them appealing for people from all over the world to get there and live there. And no wonder Italy was an easy sell, if you want, for people from the UK, Northern Europe, US. So it's becoming quite successful. And so far, we have something like 16 or 17,000 applications to come and live in Italy with our support. And we finance it, we provide support in their languages. And we work in more than 60 villages, more or less all over Italy, but mostly in center and south of Italy. And well, I mean, we put back on their feet some buildings, we move their people loving Italy, and we support the local communities to reboot. And that's why it's relatively, I mean, it's a good business financially, but also in terms of impact. And this, if you want, is the best part of it. And the other business is a media company. I mean, it's an historical media company. We saved from court proceedings. Is basically the historical media company for people changing their life, or people wanting to start a business. As a catchy name, Millionaire, we basically aiming to support our readers to become millionaires or just realize their projects in life. And this again, it's a way for us to get to stay connected with startups, with young people starting the businesses, from young people in the school when they're 13, 14, to all the generations like us, which still want to do something and to have an impact on its community. And
Wonderful, wonderful.
that's it. That's
Yeah.
enough.
And what make you look up to Afghanistan
Well,
and do something?
it is always a matter of encounters, I believe. I mean, I never thought about it till we met, but it did fit quite well with the purpose of going back also to engage schools, students in trying to have not just an open mind when it comes to their education, but also trying to look beyond their books and say that things, first of all, things are different from what they've been told or told by the media, but also that there are different kind of like different situation, that actually life is beautiful because it's different. And sometimes unless you meet the people on the other side, the people that you just see on TV, or you have no clue what it means for in reality. Plus it's quite engaging, quite satisfying, because uh, when you got young mind, it's still easy to work with their open mindedness. I mean, to go beyond prejudices or bias, and to work on concrete projects with a small impact maybe, but they works a lot. And the enthusiasm and the just if you want the risk taking of doing this, it's so much easier when you're young, other than when you're old without hair on your on your head, like my case. So for us, it's a provocation, and the first beneficial of this is probably us more than than the students, because we see into their eyes the wonder and the excitement of something different, without all the bias, as I said, that we take with ourselves. And the enlightenment itself, as a word, I believe it's quintessentially describing the content of it. It's putting some light on something that probably was shadowed by the way we live. And no better place to start this other than the schools.
Okay, wonderful. So I know you have done some humanitarian projects, and I'd like to leave you with some words in Italian, and yeah, if you want to explain to us uh, some of your projects in Italian.
Beh, sì, mm, non, sono tanti e sono troppo pochi, nel senso che più o meno con tutte le aziende che abbiamo cercato di coinvolgere a diverso livello, per la diversa sensibilità delle aziende stesse, nel contesto in cui operano, e anche semplicemente dare piccoli strumenti, non solo soldi, alla comunità in cui lavorano, o anche a delle charities che si dimostrano capaci di fare quello per cui si vuole intervenire. L'ultimo anno è stato fortemente impattato da quello che è stata la guerra in Ucraina. Abbiamo cercato di fare il nostro piccolo, lavorando su immobili. Abbiamo pensato che dare una casa fosse la cosa più naturale da fare, anche se poi magari non così scontato. Lavoriamo con alcune realtà sportive, allora anche c'è tanto da fare, ma l'importante è sempre partire da dare una mano a chi è capace di fare bene le cose e fare bene il proprio lavoro, come anche se non è un lavoro come dire, che sembra collegato, ma il lavorare bene per poter avere anche un impatto su quello che ci circonda, penso che sia la cosa più interessante. E poi investire in disponibilità di tempo, oltre che economica, ma soprattutto il tempo, con chi guarda a noi con fin troppo rispetto e che ci ascolta, per cercare di fargli fare una vita possibilmente anche anche migliore rispetto a quella che abbiamo noi o i nostri padri. Si fanno piccole cose, ma l'importante e farlo non per dovere, ma perché veramente ci si guadagna in tutti i sensi.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Matteo, for your time.
Grazie,
It has been a pleasure. And stay tuned to Millionaire Channel and School of Enlightenment.
grazie. Thank you, bye.